And so we begin. This game was against PlatIV Irelia. I don't know why, but I'm now being matched with like PlatIV, Plat2s as a matter of habit whenever I play. It's like, not as if this person doesn't play Irelia, it actually did pretty well with her. But it's like, it's not it. Pansy as ass, Vlad wins. Or, well, we'll see what happens, but we're now facing decent opponents. And we just have to be better than them. So, what happens? We get invaded. Jace is completely screwed. And dies. Oh, good. Epilepsy? No epilepsy. Why is the music so bloody high? Meh. That'll do. So other things I'm going to be doing recently are... I'm in the middle of writing the Vladimir guide because people have requested it and how to play this, how to utilize this playstyle correctly. And it would probably take a bit longer than I thought due to the fact that his itemization is so much more variable than say Swain or LeBlanc. As you'll see in this case. So I go with that, and the first thing I was basically stated in the guide was I forgot to change channels again, was being a pansy but having to utilize attrition and establish presence in the lane. Right, that's all it was. Like, you have a Q, use it. Unfortunately with this setup, I am using movement speed. I am using movement speed, and as such, you'll see me miss a crap ton of CS because I misjudge it. I didn't want to auto her too much at the moment, but right now I realize the lane's pushing in my direction, so I can afford to auto her. Especially if she walks up to this, right? It's like, I'll auto you once, auto you twice, and Q you. It still does damage, but she was using lifesteal quints, which was slightly annoying as it meant her sustain was pretty grand, but it's just laying the pain in. It's like she could either be on this much HP or she could be on full. Just establish her presence and put some pressure on her. It's fine. Like, yeah, she did 2 equilibrium strike that. It's not too just a flag. Unfortunately, what I did then pushes the lane out, and also it's tied to blood. I'm killing myself. I'm taking Christian and the minion aggro, perhaps not so good, but it's fine. We forced a flash from her so she wouldn't be so freaking brazen. And then it's like Volibear is looking around, and then it's like I don't react overly quickly. That was probably my bad, but still. It was actually from my perspective, see, Volibear wants to go around, I was like, okay, I'll just check up in a few seconds because I have CS and need to last hit here. And then suddenly, like, this takes me way too long to react. And he could have died, probably should have died, but alas didn't. The benefit of this is that Irelia is now completely stone out of mana, which means she's not really a threat to me anymore. And so I'm going to keep laying into her because why not? Now I'll keep like harassing her under her turret because Vlad's not here. And she can't do anything. She ran out of mana, therefore I outlasted her mana pool, so I can be more aggressive on her, and now she has no health, so I'm going to be more aggressive on her. I should not have walked that close to her, and then she took his tower shot for it, but fuck it, the creeps blocked me, so sod that. Now I want to harass her under it, but it's like nothing happening. The key thing in this matchup is she will want to all-in you and she will win the all-in. She will easily take off half of your health in one combo. The other one was when you harass her, don't get stunned on the turret, please. It's literally, I will generally, I tell certain other videos about this, circle around it, just stay outside it, because if you wind up like being aggressive, and you EQ someone and they're stuck in the turret, you'll need to take 1 or 2 tower shots and she will then break your face for it. But sod it. Well, I didn't realize she wanted assistance, but I realized she was still out of mana and therefore wasn't really much of a threat to me, so... Where is Vi? Nowhere. But I wasn't afraid of that. That's exactly what I mean. Right. I don't have AP on my Quint, and therefore I am misjudging my damage. I am misjudging all of my damage. It's retarded. But still. So she's ahead. She's actually not too far ahead of me in CS. But I should be a lot higher. Vlad is more even with Irelia than I think people give credit for. I mean, if you screw up, you will be her personal lane bitch, but that's generally the case with most people. So what do? We poke her. We poke her and keep poking her, and it takes longer to wear her down because she has inbuilt sustain. But sod it, they've nerfed her enough already, I presume. So that'll be the end of that. And right now, because we're at the danger zone of like 5, where if she'll try to all in you, maybe as soon as 3, but this is why I want the lane in my direction, so I can just freeze it and farm it until I'm at like 8, 9, maybe even 7. I can start being aggressive again. But 5, 6, she will definitely try something. If she doesn't, then well, either you're lucky or she's bad. In which case, you're still lucky because she's bad. I'm now trying to equalize the lane as much as I can without losing CS. And now she's going to smack my face in. I just realized she's 6 and probably wants to try something. But Paul Lex didn't want to take any more hits and start in the face. She again could have guessed that she could have tried, but I reckon that her ignite wouldn't be up yet. The other thing I reckoned was she wouldn't want to dive under the turret. No, not to dive under the turret. It was the fact that minion wave was pushing in my direction here anyway. So I was okay with that. I wouldn't be like stuck out in the open. I could just run around my turret if I needed to. Because I have Ghost, she has Flash, which she also used. That wouldn't be up either. Otherwise I would just held onto it for dear life saying, sod this. But Pool is like a good escape mechanism, but don't rely on it too much. You'll be surprised how much, how many tower hits a bruiser can take, because they're generally much more tanky than you are. I then reckon that Irelia had left, so I go back as well. And the first thing I buy in this matchup is a Giant's Belt. If your lane isn't safe, you can either... I used to buy Doran's Shield, but then remove the armor component of it. Was to get the health, get armor, but in general, Giant's Belt against Irelia works really well. A, it works against hit and style, but also B, in general as a defensive item, it means you can have more leeway with regards to playing attrition, right? And you're less vulnerable to all-ins. So I'm going to say this again in my gun, I'm going to say it a million times. There's no point buying sustain if you're just going to get smacked and be a puddle on the floor. You can't regenerate if you're dead, and it's that freaking simple. See? I do not turn around fast enough to play into it, but this is the other thing in this matchup, is knowing that she's going to max... She will max hit and style, right? Okay, some people max equilibrium strike, but that's a different story, but against you, they'll always max hit and style. The thing you have to remember is Blade Surge mechanics is if it kills a minion, it'll reset so they can jump to you. And once they've used it on you, they will use it on you to get an extra proc of hit and style off. It's on a 13-14 second cooldown. So in this time, you're free to hit her. As long as you don't walk up to her too much. Right? You're free to hit her because there's no way she can run back on your face. And she has no retaliatory options. So she has her turn of fun, then we just turn around and hit her again. It's like, you're not going to do anything to me, so I will now keep hitting you. I mean, it doesn't do much because sod it, lifesteal. And now I'm staying away and trying to take chunks of Q. And this is costing her mana. this is inevitably what it will be. It was like, it is going to cost her mana. I then tried to freeze the lane, but I'm not in a position to really freeze it without taking shit tons of damage, so I had forced to leave it to my turret. So she successfully played that correctly as well. And right now I'm behind on CS. I mean, it's normal, but I didn't need to be. Being the fact that Irelia had gone, and I can't really do anything about it. But now I'm still losing CS because sod it, I'm trying to help Vladimir. Volibear's in trouble. Then we're going to try and help him out, but it's like, you're fine, surely. I mean, and then Jace is there, so we're okay. She had to burn Flash, which was fine. I guess it was worth me turning up then, but... The one thing junglers hate the most is when they invade, both lanes react and theirs do not. The point is, you have the advantage of being able to, the fact that you have the advantage because it's your jungle, you will get there faster than the enemy. I mean, she would have to go all the way around. I will be able to just go here and cut her off, but still. Back to the lane. I've now reached level 7, and you can generally afford to be much more aggressive once you hit 7. Level 4 Q is generally enough when it comes to CDs, and you just keep taking chunks out of her whenever. Never neglect a CS. And you're golden. Now I'm back to full health again. I will try to be more aggressive. I have the minion stack as well, so if she tries anything on me, I will pretty much just be much more aggressive in the fight. Or not, because I'm too French about it, but... No. I mean, the reasoning in my head was simply the fact that... I don't know, I knew, I have the minion stack, I can fight this, right? And then realized, she can probably ult it, can't she? Let's run, no, yeah, well she ults it now. So I'm going to take another chunk out of her. Minion stacks actually do not work against Irelia as much as you think they do, and that was basically my thinking at the end of it. Was I have the minion stack, if she comes to me she'll draw the aggro, I can fight. Then once it afterwards, but then she'll just ult the creeps, and then you will out sustain you and you're going to be a puddle on the floor. Right? Right. So as I saw that, I'm running. Better safe than sorry. Nearly at 9. And if you can get to 9 without dying, consider yourself job done. She will keep trying to hit me, but she's used both her Surge and Blade Surge, so I'm going to keep hitting her back, because why not? And now, the other thing was Volibear is now going to show up. Successfully pulled the Equilibrium Strike, and the important thing about this, right, she's going to keep hitting me, she just used Blade Surge, and I'm going to stay around and hit her so I look a bit like a tempting target. The thing you have to do, in this case, I could have run, I could have done anything, but it was like Volibear was here, he wanted to make a move, so I was like, okay. It's like, I know what her plan would have been. Her plan would have been run to the bush, wait for someone to come close, Equilibrium Strike Ignite and hit them. Like, I will go to the bush, I will E it, but probably not Q her in time, and then pull her Equilibrium Strike. You literally just have to be, as soon as you see her, just like, it's just a sound effect. This is the thing with many things, is like your audio cue is much more dodgeable than the visual one. So I managed to do that. Pull under her, and the main thing is not to be like overly greedy with where you pull, right? I am pulling in a way that she can't get to me, but I'm still in range for a Q. And we managed to kill her for it. And yes, Giant Belt saved my face. And that was that. It's just, in part of the matchups, is always knowing how your opponent's like mechanics work, and then how they would play it. I assume she would run into the bush, Equilibrium Strike and kill people. That's what Irelia does. And so run to the bush, eat it, and then look to pull the Equilibrium Strike so I don't die, and let Volibear do most of the work, which is fine. I now have a revolver, so I can play a sustain game more. And I am kind of went farming. I have a lot to catch up with regards to farm.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
What? And now that we're level 9, we can afford to be more aggressive, much more aggressive.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Does Ira overly care? No, but Ira will be more irritating than other opponents to your face. Like sustain, like, oh, Vi's here. God fucking damn it. there were two things that could have gone wrong here. One was
Red team's turret has been
Vi could have just come in. If I didn't pull, I'm pretty sure the pool eats it, but the point was, if I got hit by that Q, I was dead anyway. Irelia was in a position to run to me, and Vi would have been in a position to do more damage, so I didn't want to take that, so I just pulled it. Because then Irelia would not be in a position to hit me, and I was under my turret, so I would have been fine. And that was that. It's just knowing when to pull, when not to pull, and it's a risk. It is not a simple get out of fail free card that a lot of people seem to think it is. You have to know when and where to use it. And now that I'm going to freeze the lane as best I can in front of my turret, and there's nothing I really can do because I'm now level 9. I can just regenerate everything. And again, I'm being trolled by fucking creep because of lack of 15 AP on my quints. And now I keep hitting her because why not? She'll keep trying to hit me, and now we can position ourselves more aggressively and retaliate because we can regen far faster than she can. Right? I'm on 40%, she's on 40-50. I'll get to 100 before she can. It's that simple. Okay, not if she ults, but that's cheating. Just watch out for the creeps that are on low HP in this matchup, because she'll attempt to jump to them, hit you, and then jump to you again. But you can also use this again sort of as a baiting move and saying, you want to go for it? I'm going to run to it, please come and hit me. Nope. Now I'll freeze the lane here because free health potions. Like, what are you going to do, woman? Nothing. Just moves ever so slightly away from her and just keep hitting her. And win by attrition. Slowly, but surely, inevitably, she is now getting incredibly uncomfortable. And she knows she's within killing potential of me. I know she's within killing potential. And she's trying to stay away, but I'm trying to bait her into it. And I want to get that stun off her. I then move really aggressively, as in I want to ult and do my combo. But once she's stunned it, then I have a window which I can do something. But it's like, no, doesn't want to play. Fine. Like, then Vega shows up. They're like, well, fuck, I'm going to kill you anyway. Like, what are you going to do? Like, she's in here. Either she'll want to Blade Surge to me, or she'll want to Equilibrium Strike me. And so then we deny both of her options by pooling before she's within range, and kill her. It's that easy. She'll want to do A, B, and then you could like deny both options by doing C. Or no. Or there's a fourth option. You can do option D, which is called derp, and die. Gandalf then takes an arrow to the face. Because sod it, Vega is only knee height. That was a terrible joke and I should never have said it. But fuck it, I'm running out of things to say.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So now from that, I am actually ahead of her. It'll take longer to play the attrition game with Irelia, but it will happen. It will never happen if you like lose patience and screw up. One mistake from you and you will be her bitch. No questions asked. And so because I went for this build, I might as well get a Rise. Second item. The other reason why I'm going for this build in particular was Vega, right? That ult does so much fucking damage and I am not running MR. Burst mages hate health far more than they hate magic resist is generally how I feel about it. Unless you're Galio, but Galio's an ass. So no comment there. And so I'm going to be going for damage without AP, which involves Rylai's and Leandries, which I then go for. That was my thinking. I could have gotten a Abyssal Scepter afterwards, but like, sod it. I'll get a Zombies instead. I should generally be able to eat Vega's ult, because I have Merc Treads. Oh yeah, I also buy Merc Treads. And then we see Vayne coming. Like, I will now cut off your escape route. I know that I knew that she wanted to condemn me, which is exactly why, in this instance, I'm walking as fucking close to her as I'm on top of her! I'm not hanging around the side, I'm literally on top of her, and I still managed to get smacked into the freaking wall. What is it? Plus 10 range if you're a vampire? No, fuck's sake. Now we take the kill. That's fine, because nothing was happening top, we just went roaming instead. So I pick up a kill there, and I want to go farming. I have to catch up on my farm. My farm is atrocious by all means. Jason and Irelia 1v1'd, and they both killed each other, which I guess is okay. But in the meantime, that means I can push top out without anyone actually showing up, because Vi was in no position to actually do anything. She wasn't actually overly strong, and she just wandered up into the top jungle, and I was like, I had the levels, I had the money, no, I had the items, levels, and I had the health, and the mechanics to beat her if she decided to come top. Meanwhile, what is the fascination with ADCs and Plat thinking they can take on a mage one-on-one at this late stage of the game? It's like, her. I have no fucking clue. Oh, some people have asked me, why when I play support do I put wards over the corpses of my fallen teammates? And I say, I'm marking their graves because solid. What they did was fucking stupid. And so I just put a ward on top of their bodies. It's okay, it gives vision anyway. I'm sure they want to see their corpses, but no. Yeah, a good troll, the win. So we wander in from the side, and AIDS. She popped barrier will not save you from AIDS. Actually did save her that time, that's annoying. She actually timed it correctly, but it won't save you eventually. Vega gets another kill. Vega was left to free farm. It's like, Jace wanted mid, Jace wanted to kill Vega. It's like, why are you not killing Vega? Why is Vega not your bitch? Why has he got more farm than you do? So many questions, so little answers. But they're gonna like fend off Vega. And I'm going to be busy doing this. The other advantage of this item, plus 30% damage to minions, no not minions, just monsters, which include Baron and Drake. Now I'm desperately trying to catch up on farm. I mean, I have 4 kills, I'm ahead of Irelia, but the point is, I'm still not at the place where I want to be. I am now searching for more farm. And it's okay, the rest of the team is doing fine. I had a question that maybe I should go help these lot. They should be okay, right? Oh my god, the burning. Fiddle is so annoying to mages, it's ridiculous. 3-second derp ray. Bouncy bouncy silence. It's literally mage's worst nightmare. When you just cannot cast shit for so long. I do think LeBlanc's annoying. At least when you're silenced you can still move. When you're feared, you just walk around in a circle going duh. It's their problem for not buying Merc Treads. It really is. So what else can I say about Vlad? Vlad, one of Vlad's biggest issues is his lack of mobility. Right. Lack of gap closers. The movement speed buff on pool does not count. Lack of gap closers, lack of like movement speed steroids. It's not great. And so, especially when you're in top lane, when you can't afford to be hit over the head, that's why I value having, like, just getting faster boots as well. And so I'm trying to get used to running movement speed, because in top lane, it's more of a thing, where if you have movement speed and your opponent doesn't, it's generally poor. I mean, if they, say Dyrus drags you in, right, and then he's actually faster than you are, you're boned because he doesn't keep smacking your face and then guillotine you. Whereas if you were faster than him, he wouldn't be able to get auto attacks off. Simple. Also, what else did I have going? I mean, 55 and miles really isn't much. I have no idea what the heck that ult was, but no comment. It's like, in this instance, Wally Bear gets caught. And you know what the problem is? Ash is doing her own fucking thing over here. I'm like, well, we can't stay here, so let's leg it. I mean, I have a Irelia, so I can sort of run CC, but I was like, well, time to split up and search for clues because fuck it. The fact that Jace wanted to flame me for it and saying, why are you up doing your own thing, is pretty hilarious, considering how I was there. Ash was nowhere to be seen. So I was like, I am now leaving. Fiddle dies as well, I think. Yep, gets a rock to the head. So I went to farm the side because we were never going to get anything done. Like, I got out. I'm not going to be punished by... I would need to atone for the fact I got out and I'm going to have survivor's guilt. And what the fuck is Ash doing? Like, distraction?
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
It's actually more effective than I thought. Okay, then you send Ash to a wall. That was dumb. That laugh. Oh dear, tier 1. Almost back to where I should be. We're past the minions, but meh. I mean, I have still been farming, Irelia has not, so which is why I am pretty far ahead. And I keep farming throughout the game, and this is what you have to keep remembering. You have the options to... This is a pretty good arrow. But you have the options to keep farming, you should keep farming because sod it, you need to stay ahead of the curve if possible, and money's that you do that. So then they kill Vayne, and there's a fight, so I pop Ghost and try and join it faster. I mean, I specifically said I'm going to go clear top, don't do anything stupid, but then Ash, Arrow managed to get us a kick. There's also why I picked Vlad, was we would be able to have the ability to get an engage off because we have Ash. I mean, okay, she could have missed every single fucking arrow in the sun, as has happened, but I had faith in people in Plat, sort of. I then couldn't get the last hit on Blitzcrank, I couldn't even get anything on him because I was by fucking range. But we managed to get 4 for 1, which was good enough. Like, do we pick Go Baron? No, just keep pushing. I don't know, there were just conflicting calls. I was like, okay. So we get the Baron, we get inhibitor, we get inhibitor. I'm going to stay back and queue what I can, and we back off. And then we want to go pilfer their jungle. Pilfer it. Then Ash gets caught. I do not like the new Ash at all compared to the old one. I just don't. I don't see why her death scream had to be like that, but oh well. We were waiting, and they were doing Baron because they just got to pick on that ADC. And so Jace, in the meantime, I'm just going to let Jace do blue. I'm going to take the chunks out of Blitzcrank, avoid the cage, avoid the grab, and now we can go in. They're all nicely bunched up for AIDS, so we just waltz in and we put AIDS in everyone. And then they get CC'd, and CC'd, and CC'd again. Like, what the fuck? Good thing I'm so bloody bulky, but still. Let's see what happens. So we run in, AIDS, and then EQ, and then knocked her out by Vi, get ulted by Vi, get slammed against the wall by Vayne. Like, what? Oh no, Fiddle got the ult against the wall, but still. Cracked on the CC, but I managed to do my job, which is fine. But I do not have the power to kill Vayne. But it's okay. In the meantime, Jace was free to output damage and gets a quadra.
Quadra kill. Aced.
This build does a lot of damage but lacks finishing power. I mean, you get tanky at an earlier stage and you still do damage. It also gives you a great deal more utility, but it just lacks finishing power, as you see, because you just don't have the raw damages on your abilities. That is pretty much the only downside. So this game's almost over, we just want to close it out.
Shut down.
Pill for the jungle, pill for the jungle, pill for everything! So I have the highest farm in the game. Like, sweet, why not? Very end, Ash was saying something along the lines of get on my gold train, and I wish to point out that I had more gold than she did. She was not happy and raged, but still, game was over, we won, didn't care less. Vegas actually seem to be pretty good against Ash. It's just, you want to charge on our line and pick someone, I will throw a cage in front of you. Like, where are we going? Why did I go here? Because I wanted to maintain my tighter blood stacks with by queuing something as well. Like, oh, both turrets are down, we can just like farm all 3 waves at once, and then Vayne gets caught again. Technically, I could have pulled Vega's ult, but the honest question was, how much damage will it do to me? It was an honest question, and game's over. It also didn't help that I get dragged through the event horizon, which meant I was stunned, but I was reacting anyway. Like, nah. 1,000? Turned to be 1,100. But that was with a DFG, so yeah, it burns! Ash, why? And now they want to report Irelia. It's like, why do you want to report Irelia? The reason being was you got destroyed by the person you're meant to be counterpicking, amongst other reasons. It's just, what? I don't know. I mean, end of the day, my farm outstrips hers and I was doing far more than she was, but you just have to play smart. Playing smart and playing carefully is a key part of playing Vlad. If you don't master it, you're going to be a blinking smear on the floor. If you do, then you can pretty much safely pick Vlad. And Vlad becomes a safe pick. Even though a lot of people will bitch at you for first picking Vlad, saying, oh, you're going to get countered by Riven, Rumble, etc, etc, etc. And maybe that's one of my strengths in particular, was the fact that I focus on such a core amount of champions that I know how to work around their counter picks. But like I said, I am currently working on a Vlad guide, and I will keep working on it until it's released. That is the most obvious thing I have ever fucking said, but I'm out of things to say, so good luck, have fun.